Hello guys, it's Canvi here. Nice to meet you, music producers and sound lovers. I'm here to explain you in a short time how I made my latest track released by Muanca Records called Real Time. This is what it sounds like.
You were so sweet and innocent. Bible study Sundays with this one, the only son. So when he smiled, the whole world will light up. But as he got older, he looked up to them older. He heard about their crew and wanted to join too. Had to prove that he was down to ride. They lost 'cause they all knew he went that side.
Well, I tried to do the video as short as possible, but explain many things as possible also. I'll focus on the instruments I used and how I used them, but not in the plugins I used, only in the synthesizers, because if not, it will be very extensive, the kind of masterclass. So, let's start. Here we have the project. As you can see, I use Logic Pro. I started with FL Studio a few years ago. Sorry, and Logic is the one it looks like as FL Studio. So adapt from one to the other was quite simple. And I really love this style. I made all my tracks with this one and I recommend it so much. So let's start. We got a bunch of track stacks here, basses, piano chords, rhythm. These I use them for the drop, as you can see here, the first drop and the second drop, just to make the track bigger. Then the pads, I really like to use pads because it complements the tracks really nice. It gives kind of tension if you want, because if I like to open the cutoff of the plugins, and also it combines the sound of the track, you know. So I use pads a lot. Then we got the strings, which are simply two notes of the strings. The main notes of the track is a B4 here, and well, it's a B, and then B3. So it's just a legato string, and I really like to use them because it complements the track very nice. And if you find the fundamental note of the track, it's really awesome how it makes the track like to advance, you know. Then the kick and the sub, it's really important tracks. It's when you start producing, it's kind of difficult to combine them and not to have anti-phase and these kinds of things, but you just keep trying and you will find the key how to do it. The percussion track stack, clap 1, clap 2, close, hi-hat open, snare 909, and high tom, just to do kind of fills, you know, and to give a bit more of groove. And finally, the effects track stacks. I use lots of Kashmir effects and sounds because it sounds really good, and yeah, it helps really a lot to complement the track. Finally, I this is well, I didn't put the vocals on this project. I use another project to put the vocals. Today I'm not to show you the vocals, and I moved it now. So first of all, the basses, and this is what it sounds like. We got four tracks of 4 layers of basses. The first one, just an attack, just to give a bit of presence of the bass. Then the second and the third one are low, with make the main body of the basses. The last one is is another bass used for attack, as you can see here, but it gives a bit more of harmonics. So this is basically basis track stacks. Just as I told you before, I'm not going in through the plugins I use. As you can see, I always use the same because I think it's better to use less plugins but knowing how to use them rather than use a lot and do not really what to do. So as you can see, I use always the same in this track. The basses, I made them with Massive, the fourth of them, as you can see here. And I have to confess that I use presets. Yeah, I use presets from other people. I enjoy much more being creative in terms of making chord progressions or rhythm progressions or melodies rather than making sounds. I'm not a sound designer. I'm a music producer, so I use presets from another producers, which I really like, and they help me very much how to make my tracks. Then second, piano chords. The piano chords we got in here. I love pianos. I use pianos, I think, in every single track I made. I love house music, and house music is made basically of sampling, strings, and pianos. I try to do the biggest piano I can, just by another time, the layering technique, making many tracks with different sounds of piano and combining them all together in one. Let's see one by one first, and then I'll try to show it the complete track stack. Soft piano going through high frequencies, emotional high piano. Okay, first one, then the giant piano low. The giant piano, but with a higher an octave, 12 semitones higher. Okay, then the M1, using the fundamental notes of the chords. I love the M1 piano. I do not got the original one for sure, but I got an emulation, which is maybe it's not the best, but I really like to use it. And if you know how to use, then how to or what kind of plugins put in the track chain, it sounds really good. This is the fundamental notes of the chord. That's basically, and then the chords. Let's see if we can hear that all together. that's it. That's the piano. I made them with the giant and the grand piano, and then with the M1, as I explained you. Then the piano chords rhythm. This is the same. They are the same sounds, but as you can see in the name of the track text, they made the rhythm. They made the main rhythm of the tune. You know, and this is what it sounds like all together. I'm not going to focus very much in this one because it's exactly the same what I showed you before in this track stack, but make with rhythm patterns, you know. So it's just the same with different the same plugins, but used differently, obviously, to give another kind of sound and to complete the track in the drops and to make it bigger. Then we got the pad track stack. We got a pad high and pad low. They made the main chords of the track, but I used the pads as I explained it before, just to give me a bit of presence of or body in the track. You know, it's coming from behind, but then finally at the end of the drop, this is the end of the first drop, gives much more presence. Back here, I started to open the cutoff again because the second drop was starting here, so I wanted to create more tension. And in the last four, here you have the 4 times, I maintain the fundamental note here just to give this kind of tension I'm always repeating, you know. And that's it about the pads. I made them with Spire. The pads is one sound I made myself. I do not use presets. I made myself. I use many voices, and as I explained you, the cutoff to open it or to close it, rather to give the kind of sound I like. The strings. Back to house music. The string is another main part of the house music, so I use it here, making the fundamental note of the song, which is B here, as you can see, and just with the track making the higher and one the lower, 12 semitones higher and lower, and just to maintain this kind of the same note, you know. Then the kick on sub bass track stacks. Combining the kick and the sub is one of the hardest things while making a track, but when you know how to do it, it's just repeating itself, you know. I try to search my kicks which are in the same tone, in the same key as the track, because it helps really much the combination of the whole sound, you know, with the sub bass. and I try to to make to put them at the same tone, at the same key of the track. Then the sub bass is made with Massive. I think I made also this preset, but I cannot show you now because it's freezed. So this is what it sounds like. Not really many things to explain here. Just a bunch of EQings here for the kick, and I start with the CLA because if not, my laptop will explode. And then finally, well, not the last one, is the percussion one. In this one, I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks of percussion. We got the first clap, second clap, close it, hi-hat, and I combine them together to give this groove. It's like a standard groove, you know, the snare, the clap, and the hi-hat going and this high tone I really like is it gives another sound, another combination to the whole mix, you know, of the percussion track stack. And finally, the effects, which I do not have anything to explain. They are effects coming, most of them from Kashmir, as you can see. I really like Kashmir sounds. They fit really well in my tracks. They are very well made and got bunches and tones of sounds. It's awesome, and obviously it's really necessary to use these effects because it makes the track just combine together, you know. That's basically the main parts of this track, you know. There's not many more things to explain. This track is I really like doing it. It's quite I think I started it in maybe in October or in November 2018, and it's finally released a week ago, the 19th of April 2019. So it got many months of working in here, you know. But I really enjoy making this track and finding the vocal and making it, you know. So that's it, guys. That's it for my part. It was nice to show in very short of time how I made this track. It was really awesome. It's the first time I do it. I apologize if I do it wrong or if I not do it really well, but I enjoy also doing this kind of explanation masterclass, as you want to know it. But that's it. Thank you very much to see it. My name is Canvi. You can follow me on my social networks, Instagram, Canvi Music, on Spotify, Canvi, on YouTube, Canvi Music, and on SoundCloud also, Canvi Music. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.